Hi, I'm Alice.
And I'm Greg.
And today we want to talk to you a little bit about how to get married in Mexico. We just did it and we want to share our process with you. A few months ago, we described our process for getting Mexican citizenship or dual citizenship for me and temporary residence for Greg.
Which didn't work out very well.
Well, the reason it didn't work out was that you have to either prove financial solvency through a certain amount in your bank account, and we had a joint account, so it had to be twice that amount.
So there is another way to work around the financial solvency requirements, and that is if you're a digital nomad. If you're able to prove that you have received monthly payments for the past 12 months that meet the financial requirements, then you're good to go.
Lucky for us, the agent at the Mexican consulate gave us some very good advice. She said, why don't you just get married in Mexico and then Greg can qualify for temporary residency without you ever having to come back to the United States to file for residency. So we want to walk you through that today, how we did it, and also to give you an idea of what you might need to do. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. Step 1. Gather these documents before you get here. Birth certificate. Get an official copy of your birth certificate, which you can order online. If you've been married before, you will need your marriage license. If you've been divorced before, you will need your divorce documents. If there is a child or there are children traveling with you, you will need custody papers, so make sure you have those with you.
Step 2. Make sure all documents are apostilled in the state in which they were issued. Make sure all names match exactly. This is very important. You may not have one document with a middle initial and another document showing your full middle name. This happened to me and it created a problem. These two things are much easier to do while you are still in your home country.
Once you're here in Mexico, you're ready for step 3. If your documents are not in Spanish, ours were in English, you will need to have them translated by an official government translator/notary called a perito traductor. Prices vary, but plan to spend about 40 to 50 USD per document. This process may take 3 to 5 days depending on the number of documents you need translated.
Step 4. Print out and carefully fill out the marriage application, known here as Solicitud de Matrimonio. You can find the link to this document in the description below.
Step 5. You will need proof of address. Borrow a utility bill from your landlord or landlady if you're renting. If you're Airbnb, your host can provide you with a utility bill. It can be used as proof of address even if the utility bill is not in your name.
Step 6. You'll need your foreign passport. In my case, it was my US passport, and your FMM tourist visa.
I just used my INE voter card.
In Coyoacán, the requirements for medical exams and the presence of witnesses have been suspended due to the pandemic. We gathered all our documents and walked over to our local office of Registro Civil, where they looked over our documents, then gave us a factura, or an invoice, which we had to take to a local bank to pay. Step 7. Pay for your marriage application. Prices will vary depending on where you're getting married. With the receipt showing that we had paid our factura, we went back to the Registro Civil, provided that information to them, they checked it, and then they gave us an appointment for a civil wedding ceremony 2 weeks later. On our wedding day, we were asked to show up about 30 minutes before the scheduled ceremony. At that point, we were asked to review that there were no errors on their part on the official documents. We did catch an error in the way our address had been written, and we had to wait about 10 minutes for them to correct it. Then we waited for our turn to go in and see the judge, who conducted a short marriage ceremony. The judge was serious but pleasant enough. She fingerprinted us, conducted the ceremony, then asked us to exchange vows. We hadn't prepared any, but we quickly improvised. At the end, we were allowed to lower our masks for a kiss, and we were sped away so the next couple could come in. At that point, We also asked to purchase 3 copies of the official wedding certificate so that we could use them when I apply for temporary residency through marriage. Filing for residency is something that will have to wait for another day, as the INM offices here are closed for the holidays, but we wanted to share our experience with getting married here in Mexico City in case any of you are considering it.
We hope you found this video informative. If you have, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be alerted when we post new content. We'll see you soon.
Ya que hoy nace la vida legal una nueva familia. La celebración del matrimonio se da en razón de la voluntad libre entre